So, people, let's get this part 2 going. Now, let me start off by saying WWE, once again, they're going to war with themselves. They're not going to war with AEW. And plain and simple, when they talk about how much money that they're making and, they're selling this kind of merchandise and that kind of merchandise and the live gate was this and that, let me explain something to you guys. They're giving you a lot less, but you're giving them more of your money. I'll give you a perfect example for starters, okay? Now, for all of you that love to talk about, tell me your story. I love stories. Well, the fact that you're not feeling the stories, I get it. Why you care so much personally and act like, your mom is having open heart surgery and have, the worst type of cancer that you can ever have. That's the way you guys react. Like, I feel like you just take this shit way too serious. Well, let me give you guys an example of lazy storytelling. Now, Becky Lynch has been gone for a very long time. A very long time. She comes back. Now, this story between her and Lyra Valkyrie, for example. Valkyrie, however you say her fucking name. The bird lady, okay? Explain this to me. No, really don't explain it to me. Because there's nothing for you to fucking explain. Okay, this is like one of those math problems where they ask you a question and the correct answer is not enough information. Because that's what this is. They keep talking about Becky Lynch being Lyra's mentor and all this. I made her. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be here. And all of this, right? Is this a fucking story that we witnessed unfold? Is this a fucking storyline that we watched develop and go from one stage to the next? Or did we just get a return of motherfucking Becky Lynch and her turning on Lyra and then telling us that these things took place? Just like, for example, when Naomi gave us that weak-ass pitch about how she went to Bianca's house. Nobody was there, so she let herself in and she started looking at the old photo albums and all of this stuff, right? Why couldn't they just show you that? Right? So this is what I'm saying. It would be like, imagine if Hangman Adam Page told us that he burnt down Swerve Strickland's house. You're like, they couldn't have showed us that? Okay, that level of storytelling, like something like that you've actually done, something that you should put on the screen for the viewers to see, something that should be done. So it's a build-up, it's a visual. You did that. Now we know it's a work, but I'm saying you did that. Okay, payback is coming. No, you're just telling us what you did and how you was a mentor. So where's the storytelling? This shit is lazy, man. And I don't care what you fucking say, man. Okay? At 39 years old, 38, 39, this motherfucker, yeet. I guess if you're immature as fuck, that's entertaining to you. This dude has the swag and the fucking cadence and the character of a fucking 16-year-old, man. And that's all he does. Even the way he walks out, hopping around and posturing like some little rapper on stage. This is look. The WWE is lazy as fuck. I told you this shit. They've lost their touch, and they're only competing with themselves. AEW is not fucking concerned about fucking WWE. They're running shit their way. So I see this interview. Read this article that Bully Ray. This is what Bully Ray says. Okay, I won't get into the whole shit. It was a long ass article, but basically, in reference to AEW, he says now is the time for AEW. Because coming off of the last pay-per-view, eyes are on AEW now, this and that. They got to keep the momentum. Okay, we hear all that Bully Ray, but at the same time, you're full of shit. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. AEW had the ball rolling way before this last pay-per-view. Every fucking pay-per-view they had, and for a while now, AEW has been on fucking fire, man. The problem with people that think like Bully Ray They got that old school, old frame of mind of it can only be one way, or it's this or that, or it's now or never, which is bullshit. WWE highest ever rated show did pulled a 8.0, and they've never even came close to doing that again. Ever since they've done that was even much higher than their debut of Raw on Netflix, and they can't even get back to that. So pulling a 1 point something for SmackDown and a 2 point something on Raw, that's not the same fucking ratings. So now the way Bully Ray speaks is as if because of the last pay-per-view, now automatically, wow, you should be getting like 10 million viewers, an episode of Dynamite or Collision. No, that's not the way it goes. Even like when people are talking about the B show of AEW, there's no B show in AEW. The correct thing to say is Dynamite is the original. They don't half-ass it on Collision and say we're going to save all our everything just for Dynamite. If you watch this show, you will realize, like, damn, they do balance this shit out. It's not. See, you guys, just because Raw has been considered the flagship show of WWE for so long because it was before SmackDown. Let me tell you guys something. You guys overlooked the fact for a long period of time, SmackDown ratings was actually higher than Raw's ratings. And I said it was always stupid to reference a show as the B show. Reference a show as the flagship show. Because now you're giving people reason to not tune into your B show. AEW does not treat Collision like a B show. What I love, it has a different feel. And of course has a different look, but it has a different feel. And you get quality, you get the same quality. But the shows are not separated by, oh, this is the B show. No, man. You could say that about Rampage only because Rampage was only an hour long. But it's not like they didn't, and see the thing was with Collision, okay? It came after Rampage. But going forward, what did they keep? Rampage. Collision. Why would you keep a show that's only an hour? Right? Or you're just going to make Rampage 2 hours. But at the end of the day, I feel like the deflection that people, WWE fans give is talking about AEW trying to take the direction somewhere else because they don't want to admit the fact that WWE is not living up to their own fucking numbers. It's simple. They're not fucking pulling the same numbers that they once pulled. But at the same time, like I told you, every fucking week, okay, with the people that's watching on Max and the people watching on TBS, Dynamite and Collision is pulling close to 2 million, very close to 2 million people every single week. Why? Why haven't anybody been making videos about the ratings so far? Because they beat NXT again. It's like I told you, Triple H run his mouth, people in WWE run their mouths, and then they sit there and talk about how NXT is winning in the ratings, right? But then all of a sudden when AEW kicked their ass, oh, big deal, you beat our developmental league. Now when I tell you it's a developmental league, no, yes, the fuck it is. And that's the sure side of a poor sport. Okay, and I'll tell you this, I don't care what anybody says. If you're going to criticize anything that somebody else is doing, you need to make sure you're doing better. All WWE can talk about is making more money, with their ticket sales. That's all. Let's reverse the roles. Let's say WWE was giving you some solid fucking wrestling matches. They're not even giving you that. That's the fucked up. What's really fucked up. They're not even giving you that. But let's say they were giving you solid wrestling matches, and AEW was giving you these half-ass, lame-ass, bullshit excuses of a story. What would you say then? You know what you say? Man, AEW storylines is trash, and the fucking wrestling sucks. WWE is giving us solid wrestling. You're not hearing the people complaining saying the wrestling is great. They're giving us nothing but great matches. Because they would sound really stupid harping on just story. They're not giving you either. And they've gotten lazy. Like, people say shit like, if WWE doesn't care, why should I care? But you fucking do care. So you sound stupid because you're saying you shouldn't care, and why should you? And I don't, but then you're making videos about this shit every fucking week. You don't understand. The WWE isn't going through a funk right now. This is what you call changing of the guards. No, this is our vision. This is what we're giving you. And you guys still don't get it. You're still walking around here pissing in your pants, getting angry about a product. It's not that serious to me, but I can guarantee you, going forward, like all of this talk about R-Truth being fired by Triple H, and Triple H, he's responsible for it, and the backlash. Do you think Triple H is sitting somewhere crying or hurt behind you guys? It's the same guy told you guys to fuck off and told you that storylines don't have to make sense and that stop being a critic and just be a fan. You should know, people like him, everything is about what they feel is best for business. They can care less about whatever the fuck you feel about them letting R-Truth go. They'll get over it. You think that, do you honestly think this was a decision where Triple H was sitting there pulling his hair out? And no, they did what they had to fucking do. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat back in the day had a newborn baby. He wanted to take some time off and, you know, just take a week off or whatever it was, a couple of days, whatever, to go, you know, be with his wife and his kid. Vince fired him for that. What did Ricky do so wrong? Now, here's the thing, right? There's been many people that's been let go. Now, like I said, if your little ass wasn't a part of that generation, you got to shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is you only show this concern about wrestlers you care about. That you care about. Now, if you look at long term, there's people that got a lot more years left than R-Truth does. The sad thing about it is they don't believe in their talent. Like, why is Karrion Kross doing nothing but stupid backstage segments? Why is it that everything that we see going on in the WWE is just money? How can we make more money? How can we take this and turn that into more money? That's all I see going on. I don't see any effort to give you a solid product. I guarantee you ask the majority of people, they'll say, man, these motherfuckers aren't even trying. And I'm like, no, they're not. Because they feel like what they're giving you is solid. The problem is not them. The problem is you. That's the way they see this shit. But you guys don't get it. The fact that you're even making these videos with such a high-pitched voice and screaming, and you're like, man, calm your little ass down and shut the fuck up and understand. You should be in control of your own decision-making. So when you sit here and act like you're being forced to watch some shit, man, I don't even respect what a lot of these fucking people are saying because they're just talking stupid. You know, in my last video, with part 1, I told you when I turned Raw, and I don't remember what time it was because I did another video and I didn't watch it from the very beginning. I just know when I turned it on, I saw Jey Uso and Sami Zayn with that long ass stupid entrance and everybody looking like goddamn fools, flapping their arms up and down like a bunch of fucking retarded crippled birds that don't know that you flap sideways and not to the front. And Pat McAfee and Michael Cole looking stupid with that shit. I mean, I'm just like, and I just turned on the last episode of Collision and started watching that again. And I'm sitting here just like, wow, man. I just didn't feel like watching this shit. And I just from watching those two motherfuckers, I'm like, all right, whatever, man. You know, it's funny because somebody online had typed to me, text me saying, what the fuck is so great about CM Punk? This motherfucker come out and cut the same promo every fucking time I see him. He's saying the same shit. What? And I just sent the little laughing emoji to him, like, yeah, because that's exactly what he does. Let's just keep giving them the same things over and over. And this is why I even tell you guys, look at the timelines, look at the feuds that the WWE has, and look at how long these feuds last. These people are giving you pure shit. They are going to war with you because now let me explain this, right? How they're going to war with themselves is because they want to be the only major company. Their egos is kicking them up the ass. They know that AEW is competition, a huge threat to them. You can sit there, oh yeah, I'm sure they're scared. Yeah, you dumb bitch, they are. Because anything that's going wrong, they can't realize it's something we're doing. Nah, there's people tuning into AEW. Nah, we can't have people leaving here running to AEW. Look, they're fighting themselves. Because instead of focusing on giving you a better product, they're more focused on trying to take out AEW. You guys are too dumb to believe it, to understand it and see it. Everybody else, the mature grown-ups, get it. It's you little fucking kids that don't understand shit. I don't give a fuck if you're 45 years old and got a receding hairline. When you're talking dumb shit, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, it applies to you. Whoever feels some type of way about it. Because you motherfuckers are the ones who sit here talking about Triple H has no respect for its fans. He's telling us to go fuck off and this and that. And they're giving us pure garbage. Yep. And your dumb ass is going to sit there week after week after week after week after week. The same way CM Punk cut the same fucking promos. You do the same thing. You make the same fucking videos every fucking week saying the same shit. When are you going to learn? You're the stupid one. You're wasting your fucking time. Triple H don't give a fuck about my video or your videos. They don't give a fuck about what we're saying about them. So when you are trying to speak to give a better product and a motherfucker tells you to fuck off, how many more fucking videos are you going to make? How much more time of your life are you going to fucking waste? So all of this fucking name calling and popping shit and acting so frustrated, but you're sitting there forcing yourself to watch this shit. You're the stupid ones. And how they're fighting you is because they will not give you a better product. They're not focused on giving you a better product. They just want you to accept the garbage that they give you, be a fan and not a critic, shut the fuck up and give me your money and your attention. That's what the fuck they're doing to you motherfuckers, because you allow it. Now, once again, ask Tony Khan, how does he deal with criticism? And like I said, disrespect and criticism are two different things. But like he says, the disrespect, I don't know. But the criticism, I listen to things that are said because this is how you improve your product. You see, the problem is he's not a puppet. You guys want AEW to be WWE 2.0. They're doing the same lame shit. You know what? I never liked CM Punk. And when CM Punk comes out, that little smug look on his face and stand in the fucking ring and talk forever, it's like, man, shut the fuck up. And God, I don't like that style. That style, and a guy like CM Punk, who's at the end of his fucking career, first of all, who pretty much never got to where he wanted to be. This dude always, every storyline, somebody owes him something, or somebody stabbing him in the back. Like every story, it's like he says the same shit. It's the same bullshit over and over. All right. If the WWE gave a fuck about you guys, they would take heed to what you're saying. And like when I tell you Vince McMahon, let's say he listened to the fans a little more than with these motherfuckers. Let me explain this shit to you guys. Vince McMahon didn't make any fucking decisions because of you. Like that bullshit, for example, right? They'll give a poll. You want to know why they give the poll? They already know who the fuck the fans are going to pick. That's the guy they're already picking to push. So now, when they would do that shit, you guys thinking your vote didn't mean shit. They already knew. They hear, look, when a wrestler comes out, they hear how you react. And from town to town, night after night, how you reacted, how many, the ticket sales and your merch, all that, they know who the stars are. So let's create something to make these fools think that they're a part of it. All of this type of shit. Like that fake interview that Hunter set up before WrestleMania. Do you guys really fucking think Hunter took the fucking time to be interviewed? No. Hunter wanted that interview. You want to know why? Because Hunter wanted to go tell you to go fuck yourself. He had things he wanted to get off his fucking chest. So let's make it seem like I care about my audience. So I'm going to take the time to do this interview for this guy. No. That shit was set up by Hunter. You guys want to feel like you're a part of something. Example, when you see matches like the fans get to take a swipe, take a lash at a wrestler, you do fucking realize that those people are staged, right? And they can't go in there and perform the way wrestlers do. They got to make it look like, this is just somebody from the crowd. Otherwise, why would they ever arrest anybody that runs from the crowd and attack a wrestler? You think that they're going to make a stipulation for just some random people? No, these people are staged there to do that. But you guys think, wow, that's so cool. We got a chance to hit a... Stop it. Guys, wake the fuck up, man. You see, when everything, the focus is just money, it's just like if you're in a relationship with somebody and all they care about is money. They don't give a fuck about you. You got women talking about, I will not do my husband's laundry. I will not cook for him. I cook for me and my children. And if he wants to eat, he has to prepare his own meals. And yet this motherfucker pay all the bills. He buy everything. What? Are you kidding me? And then when he kicked the bitch out, all of a sudden now, I have nowhere to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. But you clearly let the world see you didn't give a fuck about this man. And this is the mindset of people now. Where you see yourself 10 years from now? You got to make 6 figures or more to be with me. I don't want to work. You going to take... This is the mentality. Why is it you'll call these diamond digging hoes? You can see it in them. You'll tell it like it is with that. But for some reason, you guys, when it comes to business, when it comes to sports and shit like that, somehow you see it differently. These people don't give a fuck about you. They do not give a fuck about you. They're all about money, 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 and more money. So the product they're giving you is stale as fuck. And for the people that complain but still support it, you're only hurting yourselves. For the people that just say, this shit's corny, and just stop watching it, guess what? You know how word resurfaces? When a product changes and people start going, hey, man, Raw and SmackDown are better now. Hey, yeah, they did. Let me check it out and see. And either they're going to feel the same way or they're going to disagree. But either way, you have to get your point across to get better results. WWE can't stop nothing AEW is doing. AEW has its own fan base. This is what people are too stupid to realize. So they can try to book all these shows and try to block AEW and keep giving you garbage products. Like I told you last video, they're giving you quantity, not quality. Therefore, there's no real time and effort spent into putting these storylines together and putting good matches together because they use star power. They think a person's character is enough to get them over. So as long as you motherfuckers are looking stupid out there and all this yeet stupid shit, well, yeah, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. This dude is you tell me he's had the belt and it's like, okay, people are just happy he got the belt. Has he done anything that you actually cared about in that ring? Has he had any matches that made you go, man, that was a great match, man, this dude can go. No, this is the different generation. You motherfuckers are being phased out, not understanding that. You're still expecting something that you were used to at one point. People before you didn't like what you used to love. So it's always a thing of somebody don't like something but others do. And it just goes around that way. But at the same time, the amount of complaining that you guys are doing, but yet you're still checking in every fucking week, that's your stupidity. That is your own stupidity. And so my thing was, like I said, I'm sitting here watching, I'm just watching them come to the ring, this super long ass stupid entrance, and I'm just like, I just wasn't even feeling it. And when I went back later and tried to watch it, the same thing happened. It was on. I'm back and forth doing shit in my house, and I just remember seeing certain people, but I don't even remember what really happened. I remember seeing Stephanie Vacara's face. I remember Becky Lynch walking out the ring and Lyra running down on her and attacking her. That's the only thing I really remember is that segment and what she said. I remember watching that, yeah, and the Jey Uso shit with him and Sami Zayn coming out. I don't even remember who they were fighting or whatever. I turned it off while they were still doing the celebration bullshit, whatever. So I really don't remember anything other than those few little instances, just me seeing things. And it got my attention that why does Becky keep talking about I made her, and if it wasn't for her, this and this and all this about Becky being a mentor? When did all this shit happen? So you're talking about behind the scenes shit that doesn't lead to anything on camera other than for us to see, other than Lyra and Becky just going back and forth bickering about this shit. Otherwise, what's so fascinating about any one of these stories that's going on? There's nothing fascinating happening. Not to me. There's somebody out there that likes this garbage, but it's fool's play, man. It's like I said. Imagine watching football and they give you 2 quarters or 3 quarters instead of 4. Have you ever heard somebody say that? Yo, they need to, man, these football games are boring, man. They need to tone it down, man, instead of playing 2 quarters or 3 quarters instead of 4. Have you ever heard anybody say that shit? No, you haven't. So, I don't understand how the fuck, yeah, because they're going to play 2 or 3 quarters of football, and the rest is going to be advertisements and a bunch of stupid shit and promos and all of that, but they're not giving you that much football. Like, goddamn. And this is exactly what the WWE is giving you guys. A half-ass show, bullshit wrestling, and pretty much nothing else really going on. Now, if you're going to tell me that you're unsatisfied with the product, and it's been like this for a long time, and you still think it's just because somehow they're just not getting it right, you don't understand that, no, they're doing this shit on purpose. They think they're knocking out the fucking park. And then like an asshole, but AEW, motherfucker, trying to bash AEW isn't making the WWE's product any better. So none of that has nothing to do with anything. Once again, they're not battling or going to war with AEW. They're trying to block them, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to do that. They're trying to slow their momentum. They're trying to throw everything at them because they're fucking scared. But you idiots don't understand that. You see, TNA was never a threat. The NWA is not a threat. MLW is not a threat. AEW is. In fact, how many people have you seen them recruit from MLW? From NWA? No. Where do the majority of recruits come from? Either rookies coming in from the independents or AEW. So, with shows like Evolve, and I've seen a couple of veterans on there, and I'm like, wow, this is sad, man. The fact that you're taking veteran wrestlers and putting them on fucking, I forget this one chick named, her and Bailey always remind me of each other. And I saw her on there, and I'm just like, wow. I only watched one episode, and I saw a fucking preview. I haven't even watched the second or third or whatever. I don't even know how many they have now. I'm not going to take the time to try to watch all this other shit. I only want to watch things that I like and enjoy. Tony Khan has never told his audience to fuck off. He's never. I remember him, what's the Indian wrestler name? Some shit was said about Tony Khan, his lineup, something about his matchmaking. I forgot exactly how it happened. And I forget the guy name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy that was the turban, got the thick beard. He was the champ for a long time when he had the title. But he, I remember when Tony Khan made the comment, like, you guys are criticizing something that he did, a decision that he made. But this guy hasn't been on TV in months and comes back and walks into a title shot, but he gets embarrassed even before that, right? And people try, oh, Tony Khan's bashing the, like, so you guys have the master and the slave mentality. And you think WWE is the master and that AEW is slaves or something, like they're supposed to bow to whatever they say. No. And bottom line, I remember Tony Khan even referencing how they have done nothing with this guy. And pretty much they're not going to do anything with him going forward. Was Tony Khan wrong? Was he wrong? Because what happened to him? Last time I checked, dude was in independence wrestling. And they done nothing with that guy since then. So, when things come to fruition, and you realize a person is speaking from experience and from observing, and you're speaking from a space of hate, you don't know the difference. And here you got a company force-feeding you bullshit because you guys eat that shit up. And when you understand that the longer you sit up here and support what you claim you don't like, you're even more miserable than what Rhea Ripley said you were. I got better things to do with my fucking time than Oh, let me just keep sitting here watching this show and reporting it and just keep. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here like I'm talking to you guys. I'm not fucking pissed off about nothing. In fact, every video I've ever made, I've never been pissed or angry about any of that shit. It's just like, damn, it's hard to watch this shit. And yeah, we do want to see a better product, but at the same time, you know what? I'm not emotionally invested into this shit. I don't really give a fuck. It's just entertainment. It's just something to watch. Do you know how many things that I used to watch and grew up watching and really like to, indulge in, and they one by one went away? Hey, man, that's life. That's life. I'm not more concerned about Rhea Ripley's fucking future, anybody else's, than my own and my kids, my wife, and what we got going on. I'm not more. This is just entertainment. This is leisure time shit. That's it. That's it. Just things we enjoy. But once again, Tony Khan never told y'all to go fuck off. That's what Triple H told you guys. And like I said, y'all over here glazing Vince McMahon. Man, Vince had his bullshit too. Vince, like I said, that motherfucker told wrestlers, I'm going to use you until you have nothing left. Same way they threw out Ron the Truth Killer like he was garbage. Yeah, they've done that with other wrestlers too. Why all of a sudden it only matters now? That's like when you dumb motherfuckers talk about, oh my God, I can't believe racism in this country. This country is so racist. Oh, because they deported your family. Now they're racist. Oh, I get it. Racism only started because of Donald Trump, huh? We haven't been dealing with this shit all along, but you come to this country and all of a sudden they deport your family. Now it's racist. Oh, you're the ones out here screaming, voting for Trump. Now you get him he gets in office, and you motherfuckers don't understand something. If nobody voted for Donald Trump and everybody voted for Kamala Harris, Trump was still going to win. Let that shit sink in. Y'all don't get it though. And you put yourselves out there expressing how much you believe in this man. Now you're sitting up here. I can't believe it. They lied to us. Bingo, stupid. I think Nick Khan and Tony Khan are from the same place, same country. So maybe his ego is fucking with him because maybe, I don't know, he want to be stronger than Tony. Tony got a lot more going on than just wrestling, see? But the problem, and this is what people better understand. The problem with people like Nick Khan, the problem with people like Triple H, the problem with greedy people, they only care about what's best for them and what's best for business. They do not care about their employees. They do not care about their fans. They only care to keep you spending your money. But they don't care. They don't listen to you. They don't listen to you. All of them have had their bullshit. When I watch Vince McMahon stand in the ring and drop his pants, I changed the channel. The Kiss My Ass Club, all this stupid stuff. Him, a married man, doing all these storylines of him kissing on other women and other people kidnapping, all of his daughter and all this, like just the sick-minded shit that we've been hearing these rumors backstage that, hey, man, these people are not too far off from their on-screen character, man. These people actually rotten. We were talking on this channel in the comment section on the video that I posted, where the Iron Sheik was, Andre the Jet, fat piece of shit, and this and this and that. Now, you got people thinking he was joking. You got people thinking he was serious. And I'm like, listen, all I know is what he said. That's what I posted. I'm not there to know what's in that man's head. So I'm not trying to assume that he's joking or not. I don't see how you can joke and try to make somebody look good by saying what Sheik said. And he's basically saying that he was a piece of shit because I don't feel like he was joking. To be honest with you, I feel like he was dead ass serious. Oh, he was in character though. All right, whatever, man. If you're friends with someone, you don't fuck all that stand in character shit and the fact that Andre's dead. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? But bottom line, he said Andre was a piece of shit because Andre would disrespect families. He wouldn't sign autographs. He'd yell at people and shun them away and all of that. But Sheik, the bad guy, and I've seen this with my own two eyes, not just with wrestlers, but actors and the other famous people. They play this wholesome, down-to-earth, loving, caring person on a TV screen. But when the cameras are off, they're the most vile, nasty, most racist, hateful people that you will ever see in your life. But on screen, their roles, they're so close. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you watch shows like Three's Company, you would think all these guys were so close because of their on-screen chemistry. Then find out, nope, there was disputes over money. There was a lot of jealousy. They fell apart, and they were never good friends. They were just basically, had got along to a certain point. Same thing with Martin. I remember people were, I could tell. You can tell by the way they are on camera, like they're really good friends in real life. Come to find out now, I know I used to live on the same street as Tisha Campbell. Tisha and Tichina Arnold were always cool. They were cool way before the Martin show. Martin and the guy that played Tommy, they were cool in real life. But what's his name? Carl Anthony Pay, whatever. Cole, guy that played Cole. Him and Martin, not so much. The guy that played Stan, him and Martin, not so much. There's a lot of shit that was going on. So no, they weren't as cool as you thought they were. And if you remember, Tisha Campbell sued Martin for sexual harassment. Okay, so I'm just saying, guys. I just enjoy things that I find to be fun, but by no stretch of the mind am I walking around here putting people on pedestals and acting like they're larger than life and all. You guys repeat what people say, and the truth is, you put yourself beneath them. You see them as bigger than you, as better than you in life. That's how you see them. That's why you treat them like that. That's why wrestlers and anybody can walk out to, you're doing this shit to them and all that. I would never bow to no fucking man or no woman. I would never treat anybody like they're above me, like I'm some small piece of shit. I would never fucking do that shit for any of these motherfucking people. So when you guys live like that, anything that makes sense, you want to dispute it because you feel like a fucking peon. You feel like a piece of shit. You feel like you're beneath them. You truly do. And pretty much, as entertainers or what professional sports people play, whatever they do, if these people are not getting your money, they are not rich. They have nothing without their audience. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I say this. If you don't have $30,000, $40,000 saved up for your kids to go to college, if you've never taken your family on a vacation and you guys spent $30,000, $40,000 to bond with each other and to be out, you look like a goddamn fucking fool spending that much money to buy a ticket to go to fucking SummerSlam. And you're doing all this bitching and complaining, but somehow your asses are going to try your best to be there. But this is what you guys do. None of this shit should be taken off. All of this shit is just leisure time shit. But the level of immaturity in this generation is crazy because I see, like I said, these grown men, you guys are sitting here arguing over video games. You're arguing over consoles. You're arguing over fucking superheroes, fictional characters getting mad at each other, arguing about who could beat who. They're not even fucking real. And I'm looking at you motherfuckers like, you gotta be a virgin. You probably have no friends, man. I don't understand. I see people sit there with these big, stupid, goofy-looking headphones on, fucking microphone in front of their face, trying to fucking get their point across about they're expressing their anger and displeased, how displeased they are because they want this game to have this system to have this amount of games and the games are too expensive and they should do this and they should have that. It's like, man, listen, if you're gonna really sit here and tell yourselves that what's going on in these people's personal lives, what's going on business-wise, if you're going to tell yourselves that, yeah, like I was saying, if you guys think that, I don't understand how you take any of this stuff to heart, man. And I say, yeah, if a company is not giving you something, and I'm talking about the masses of people, I'm not talking about a couple of disgruntled motherfuckers who run around and just bitch about everything, because that's how most of you are. I find it's not just a WWE thing. It's everything with you guys. You complain about every fucking thing. What I'm talking about is really simple, guys. For a grown-ass man to sit here, grown-ass woman, to sit here and get in their feelings about something that other people are doing. It's like if you go to a restaurant, if the food is bad, are you going to keep going and eating their nasty food and then making videos complaining about how nasty the food is? Or are you just going to stop going? So it's obvious. It's like, I'm addicted though. I don't like what they're doing, but I just can't stop watching it and I can't stop complaining. But I'm going to blame them because they're not giving me what I want. A video game comes out. The video game is not what you want it to be. You guys complain. You call the game dead. Then you make 55 more videos about a game that you call dead. So you're making a video about a dead game, something that's basically dead, something that has no way of surviving. It's dead, but you keep fucking talking about it. This is what you guys do. So I blame you for your own stupidity. I can't blame the WWE because you're dumb as fuck. You're the fucking ones keep wasting your fucking time tuning in and watching this shit. You're the ones keep running, making fucking videos about it. You're the ones doing it. And if you are monetizing your channels, it's obviously you don't feel like there's nothing else you can talk about to make money off of your channel because you keep doing the same shit. So the same way CM Punk keep coming out giving these same stupid promos, so are you making the same videos. The same way every week you tune in just to get on your fucking phone and record yourself and complain, you keep doing the same lame, goofy shit. So you and the WWE are made for each other. It's really simple. And the fact that you can't enjoy anything else, whose problem is that? You have a problem. They're going to make their money and do whatever because there's always another fool. And the fact is, you guys that love to chime in on other people's channels and talk shit because they like something that you don't, you can go fuck yourselves. Because you can't, just like WWE can't stop AEW from what they're doing, you can't stop nobody else from doing what the fuck they're doing. You're a bunch of miserable people, and this is just what it is. Each and every one of you motherfuckers. Really simple. You choose what you want to do. And if you think that trying to bash another company is going to make WWE look good, you're wrong. If you feel better about talking shit about another company, somebody that makes you feel good, you're a fucking loser. And all you're doing is wasting your time. Because the same way you keep looking for the demise of AEW, they're still here going strong. The same way that you keep bitching about WWE, they're still giving you the same bullshit. So what the fuck is your life like? WWE is going to war with themselves, and they're going to war with you, their so-called fans. And the same way R-Truth was loyal to them, he threw them away like garbage. And you're trying to be loyal to a company as if you're employed by them. Who the fuck do you think you are to them? Nobody. They'll just focus on who liked the product. They're not focusing on you. So you can take your wet blanket somewhere else. That's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next video.